Hello everyone, welcome to my spoken English practical class. So, here we are going to do 4 interesting activities and we are going to enhance our spoken skills. So, what is the easiest way to improve your spoken skills? The easiest way is to speak. So, if you speak a lot of things, lots of interesting things, then you have the opportunity to use many more words and many phrases, idioms, and beautiful things in this language. Then you can gradually enhance your confidence and you can improve your spoken skills. So, let's see today how we are going to do this. Hello. Okay, our first activity. Now we are going to talk about movies. Actually, when we talk about some simple topics like that, we can enhance our fluency. We can improve our spoken skills. So, because everyone loves watching movies and everyone watches movies, different types of movies. So, let's discuss. So, the main thing is when you do these kind of activities, you can enhance your vocabulary as well as you can enhance your confidence. Let's discuss what are the advantages and disadvantages of movies. Okay, advantages. First thing, you can relax your mind. When you watch a movie, you can relax your mind. Our life is so monotonous. We have to go to work and we have lots of household activities, lots of responsibilities. But when you watch a movie, you can forget all the things and you can relax your mind. Second thing is you can learn about different things, different cultures. For example, if you watch a Korean movie, you can learn about their culture, their traditions, their rituals, and about their food items, their relationships, different things, right? And another thing is you can learn about some significant events in our history. One example is Titanic movie. Now we know that entire incident because of that movie. And the main thing is you can enhance your vocabulary, especially when you watch an English film. You can enhance your vocabulary. You can see how native speakers use this language, and also you can learn many phrases, idioms, and so many interesting things. And you can listen to those conversations. So those are the advantages. And what do you think about disadvantages? There are a few disadvantages of watching movies. One thing is sometimes some movies try to promote some negative things such as boo about religious activities, like political issues like that. That is not a good thing. The second thing is sometimes there is a language barrier. So, for example, if you watch a Tamil movie, you don't know the language, but you can watch with subtitles. But I think it's a kind of a barrier. And movies can be addictive. So, you try to waste your time and you try to watch movies. So, those are the disadvantages. So, now think how many words did you learn? You learned many words, right? And try to speak like that. It's okay, you can make mistakes and then identify that you made a mistake, right? And you have to speak a lot and then you can gradually improve your spoken skills. Now, our second activity is city life versus rural life. We are going to find what are the differences between the city life and the rural life. And let's try to enhance our vocabulary and confidence. Okay, first let's discuss what are the advantages and disadvantages of city life. Yeah, there are a lot of advantages of city life. One thing is there are more job opportunities. Lots of people come to the cities in search of jobs. Because if you want to find a job, definitely you have to go to the city. There are lots of industries, lots of institutions, lots of offices. Then you can find a job very easily. Second thing is public transportation. Public transportation is really good. You can travel on buses or you can travel in cars. Lots of vehicles are there, right? Public transportation is really good. And also you can easily access education. There are lots of universities, schools, international schools, or private institutions are there. So then you can learn many things very easily. And also access to healthcare. There are lots of hospitals, and those hospitals have advanced healthcare facilities, nurses, doctors, and all the things are there. And just imagine that if you want to watch a film, you can quickly go to a theater and you can watch. It's very convenient. And there are parks, gyms, and sports facilities are available. And there are well maintained roads and shopping centers. Just imagine that you want to buy something, maybe a dress, or maybe a perfume, shoes, anything, or maybe a food item. You can go to a supermarket and you can buy whatever you want. It's very convenient. But what are the problems? Noise pollution, air pollution, and the city is always crowded, and sometimes you don't have clean water. So there are lots of problems in city life. Now let's talk about the rural life. Okay, rural life is very beautiful. Everyone loves rural life, and also there are some barriers, there are some difficulties in rural life. Okay, first let's see what are the advantages. Let's look at the good side of rural life. Okay, you can breathe clean air, and there are lots of open spaces. Just imagine you want to engage in some outdoor activities like walking or flying a kite or anything, whatever you like, you can do because you have more spaces. And you can drink clean water, and you have a fertile land, so you can grow your own fruits and vegetables, grains, and then you can eat fresh food every day. So those things are really good. And also you can interact with your neighbors. In the city, I think we are always isolated, but in the rural life you can interact with your neighbors when there is a wedding or a funeral or any other function, so you can celebrate it with your neighbors. So those are the things. Now imagine how many words you have learned, right? You learned many words and you improved your confidence. Like that, gradually try to speak about it, right? Again and again you have to speak, and then gradually you can improve your fluency. Okay, now we are in our third activity. The topic is, which phone app do you think you use the most? Okay, you can talk about any phone app: WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, any app. You're free to select any app. So then you can start like that. Actually, I like Facebook. Facebook is my favorite app. So I can say Facebook is what I like most. Or I like Facebook the most. And then let's try to speak. Okay, when do I use it? And why do I use it? And what are the advantages? And what is the bad side of that app? Yeah, I usually use Facebook in the morning because when I wake up, I check what are the important things because my friends have shared so many posts, some funny posts, and their pictures, their milestones. I'm really happy to see those things. And for what kind of purposes I use Facebook? Yeah, I use Facebook for my business purposes, and I want to improve my knowledge. Then I use Facebook because I can see lots of educational posts, right, about English language, about politics, about history. So it's very interesting. That is a very good way to improve my knowledge. And also I love to share memes, and I love to see some funny posts because those things make me really happy and funny. And another thing, what is the bad side of Facebook? We have to be very careful when we use Facebooks because there are lots of fraudsters and lots of scams are going on. So we have to be very careful, and we shouldn't share our personal details with strangers. So those are important things. And what do you think about your favorite phone app? Then try to speak. Then you can improve. This is a very interesting way to improve your spoken skills. This is the last activity for today. Now we are going to talk about the bond between humans and animals. We already know that there is a very strong bond between humans and animals. So let's see. So here I'm going to ask you four questions. My first question is, what are the benefits of animals for us and for the environment? Okay, animals are very helpful because we use animals for crime investigation, especially police dogs. They help us catch thieves and criminals, and they balance our environment. And also, animals are very important for protection, especially dogs. They protect human lives, and also they protect our properties. So in that case, animals are very important, and we believe that animals are more loyal than human beings. especially dogs. Dogs are very loyal. And some people adopt cats and dogs as their pets because it's very important for their mental freedom. They can maintain their mental freedom when they spend their time with animals. But unfortunately, there's another question. How does the society treat animals? Then think about a circus. Sometimes people torture animals because when the animals don't perform well, humans torture them. That is not a good thing. And there's another ethical concern about lab rats. Some animals are used for some scientific experiments to discover drugs. In that case, there are some ethical problems. And also, what are the threats to humans? There can be some threats of animals to human beings. For example, dogs, they spread rabies, especially stray dogs, they can spread rabies. It's a very dangerous disease. And they can spread some other diseases as well. And we can see human elephant conflicts in some areas in the world. And my last question is just try to speak. Do you love animals? Do you have a pet? And how is your experience with your pet? So, like that, we can discuss so many interesting things, and I hope we did four main activities and you learned many words. And like that, you have to engage in many more activities like that, interesting activities, and try to speak. First of all, you can create a vocabulary list and then try to use word one by one and then try to speak. Try to make more sentences so then you can gradually improve your spoken skills.